Hi folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. I know I'm talking about certifications, IT stuff, and some of you don't give a crap, and that's fine. I don't do this to get subscribers. I just talk about things I want to talk about and what's going on in my life. And sometimes it's not even prepping related. It's just what's going on in my life because my whole entire life doesn't revolve around prepping. I'm a real person too, you know. For those that complain, I'll tell you what I normally tell everybody that complains. I'm not doing this channel for you. I'm doing it because I like doing it. I don't run advertisements. I put some advertisements on my videos, but I never figured out how to get any money back for them, so I don't put them on there anymore. I was talking a little bit about getting into the IT field and getting your certifications, and certifications are hard. You have to break them down a piece at a time and really work on them. And you know, I've only failed one cert test before, and that was back in 1996, and it was my TCP IP elective for my NetWare CCNA 4. I failed it, and then I passed it the second time. So I went to take my second test today to get my CCNA, just Cisco Certified Network Associate. And I got, book after book that I've read and videos that I've studied. And I really thought I was ready for this test. I was like, I'm going to go ace this pup, I'm not just going to pass, I'm going to ace it. I really thought I had it down. And I knew there was a few things in spanning tree that I was kind of probably could have memorized a little bit better, but I was like, I know it more than sufficiently for the test. I was wrong. I've taken 2 CCNA tests before. I took my first CCNA in 2002. It expired. I took it again in 2006. And then I took 2 of my CCNP tests in 2006. And I'm pretty sure at that time there was 4 tests. It wasn't 3 like it is now. But I didn't finish it anyway and get my CCNP. And then it expired. Wow, I got chewed up and spit out at the testing center today, man. They kicked me in the nuts and told me I was a failure. No, so out of 1,000 points, I needed 825 to pass, and I got 656 on LAN switching technologies. And I work with LAN switches every day in an enterprise environment. It's my job. I got a 55%. IP routing technologies, and I work with IP routing every day in an enterprise environment. It's my job. I got 50%. IP services, and I work with IP services every day. It's my job. I got a 0%. And troubleshooting, and I troubleshoot every day in an enterprise all Cisco environment. It's my job. I got a 47%. I just don't know. I mean, I troubleshot some things that nobody else can figure out, and I fix them, but it just doesn't count on the test. WAN technologies, I pass. It's a miracle. Well, I guess it wouldn't be passing because 82% is passing, but I got 75%. Wow, I'm just not sure. Just not sure exactly how that happened. So I know on the LAN switching stuff, I gotta learn spanning tree better. I'm gonna have to go over the IP services stuff and figure out what I did wrong. And IP routing, I know that. See, I ran out of time towards the end of the test, and I had 17 questions left and just a few minutes to go. And I was just clicking things without reading them much. And a whole bunch of those were on routing. So I think the test towards the beginning, the ones I had on routing, I got right towards the end. And that may be what happened with the IP services, if those questions were thrown in there at the end too. So how it goes. So I know that the spanning tree questions were what was really holding me up, because I was really having to do a lot of process of elimination on some of those and think about them. And I just need to learn my port states and port types, port states, port roles, and the how they relate to the 4 different types of spanning tree. I know original spanning tree really well because I've been using it since the 90s, but rapid spanning tree is a little different. And then Cisco has their own flavors that you throw on top of each of those, called PVST Plus and Rapid PVST Plus, where you can have multiple root bridges per different VLANs or virtual LANs. I know that's all technical, most of you don't understand it, but just got to study more. They're really making these tests hard, and they make them tricky. So that's one thing I've noticed, that how cert tests have changed. It used to be if you knew the material, you'd read the question, it was pretty straightforward, like you know what the answer is. But now they really try to just word them slightly different or something. They really try to make them tricky. And they're just playing word games with you. They're not really testing whether you know the material as much as they're trying to trick people up and make them fail. Just because if they don't make the test hard, then and everybody gets their certification, then the certifications don't mean anything. It's like having an A plus or a network plus. It's a very basic certification, but it's not a real hard exam. So, Cisco wants their people, when they get certified, they want that certification to mean something. So, onward and upward. It's going to be a while at this rate before I get to the CCIE level. After this, I'll have 4 more tests to get my CCNP. If I pass this one, or not 4 more, I'll have 3 more tests for my NP. And then it'll be time to really buckle down and start reading and just memorizing a bunch of stuff and have lots of lab equipment and labs and practice. It'll take me a year or better to really get prepared to do my IE testing. So, I don't know, 1 step at a time. And if you don't fail once in a while, you're probably not trying hard enough when it comes to the certification world. So I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm just going to start reading some more and start doing some more labs and really get this stuff down and go take it again here in a few weeks. Anyway, that's what's going on in my little world. So tomorrow, back to work and back at it, and I'm sure I got lots of stuff to do for taking the day off, and do as much studying as I can in between clearing tickets or whatever at work. I got lots of switches and practice equipment there I can set up and play with. So that's all there is for now, folks. I'll talk to you later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.